Yes, we got a car review coming up, Michael.
Yeah, we do. I had a chance to drive the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. That's the long version. Summit Reserve 4x4. I mean, that's a long name. It fills up the hotel gate whenever you go to put it on there. So this vehicle was first introduced in 2021. It's an extended version of the Grand Cherokee itself. So it's 12 inches longer, which makes this vehicle almost 17 feet long.
Wow.
But it does come in 7 trim levels. Starts out with the Laredo, the Altitude. There's a Limited, the Overland, the Summit, and the Summit Reserve is the top of the line, which is the one that I had the chance to drive. Now, even though this thing has gotten bigger, it's still considered a mid-size SUV, 3 rows of seats, and the regular Grand Cherokee only has 2, which I think is very nice, but by going a little bit longer, they added a 3rd one, so now you have 7-passenger vehicle. Now, you're still going to find the things that makes it a Jeep. 7-slot grill's going to be up front. You're going to find some LED lighting. You're going to find the all the things that you look for in a Jeep. Now, this one also comes with the hands-free power liftgate. Since we're on the top level, it's got a little more luxury to it, even though it still has all the off-road capability that you're going to find in a Jeep. We also happen to have the optional 21x9 aluminum wheels on this vehicle, so it's got some really big tires and wheels in it. Again, because this is an off-road capable vehicle. Maybe not as much as a regular Jeep because of the length, but it's there. So you go to the interior, and this thing is so big you got room to roam in it, it seems like. Palermo leather seating in it. The front seats are heated and ventilated, front bucket seats. They also have massaging on the driver's side of it. The second row seats are ventilated, but there are bucket seats on the vehicle. We happen to have the third row is a 50/50 power folding seat. Up front, you're going to find a 10.1-inch touchscreen in the center of the dash. This is where you're going to find your Uconnect 5 with a surround 360-degree camera. But it also has, right next to it, is the front passenger interactive display. Now, the passenger can actually, instead of reaching over to the main screen that the driver would use, he can actually activate things, change the radio station. It can do all kinds of things there that you could do on the main screen, except you can do it from the passenger seat. Now, the driver also has a heads-up display that's a really nice setup, works well in the daylight to go along with a digital gauge cluster. Now, we happen to have the 19, this is an option, but it's well worth it, a 19-speaker McIntosh audio system with an 850-watt amp.
Wow.
Makes lots of noise inside that big vehicle. Now, again, big vehicle, but we happen to have the 3.6-liter V6 engine. You can get a V8 in this, but the V6 gives you 290 horsepower, 257 pound-feet of torque. It's backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, towing with the V6, and we had the trailer towing package on it, it's capable of towing 6,200 pounds, properly equipped. But you can, if you want to take more, you step up to the V8, which will cost you some gas mileage and the cost of getting the engine. But you could tow 7,200 pounds with this vehicle. It'll haul a load. Now, with the V6, the EPA says you should be looking for about 18 miles to the gallon in the city. The highway is 25, and combined, you're looking at 21 miles to the gallon. Now, you get out on the highway in this vehicle. We had the adaptive air suspension, and you combine that, so you can raise it up and lower it, depending on if you're off-road, you're out on the highway. Has a lot to do with the aerodynamics of it, but you combine that with the long wheelbase, and this thing, that really kind of helps absorb all the road bumps and the ups and downs that you're going to run into, and it gives you a nice, steady feeling ride. It's not firm, it's not harsh, but it's not wishy-washy, and it doesn't just float around on you. So it's a pretty nice driver going down the road. Now, the base model price is $43,330. Now, a base trim price on the L model is $65,710. We had a few options. So that pushed the MSRP on this particular vehicle up to $76,280. If you're looking for something to compare it to, Honda Passport, base price to get into that midsize SUV is $41,110. But you come over to the Kia Telluride, which is also a 3-row vehicle at $35,890, or the Mazda CX-9 that I think Don's talked about a couple of times, $38,750, and that's also another 3-row vehicle. So all in all, this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's just a nice vehicle. And that's my review of the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve 4x4.
Thank you, Mike.